And we are back with another Black with No Cream podcast. New episode every single Wednesday and Sunday. I am your host, Ben Haggerty, a.k.a. Ben Real vs. World. The episode that you're currently listening to right now is actually last week's episode. If you want to hear the interview that we came out with today, you can get access to that a week early on our Patreon page if you contribute. You will also unlock a bunch of dope-ass fucking exclusive perks, but more importantly, you will be helping us make the best motherfucking educational platform and community for content creators that has ever existed. So open up your web browser and go to jointhehomies.com if you want to try to be a homie and support our shit. I appreciate you forever and I love you forever. Jointhehomies.com. Today our special guest is my guy Kaito. Kaito has been spending the last 3 years photographing and directing for the legendary music mogul, drumroll, Sean Combs, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. Puff motherfucking Daddy, a.k.a. P Diddy, a.k.a. Brother Love, a.k.a. Puffy, a.k.a. I think that's all the names that he's had, but I could be wrong. Kaito has spent his life taking risks, chasing art, and being ready to turn around content as soon as possible, which got him the opportunity to shoot for Los right out of high school. Los eventually moved him from Boston to Los Angeles and gave him an opportunity to meet and collaborate with not only him, but massive artists like Ray J and The Game and Puff. He is a young creator and found himself in the right place at the right time. Literally. The story you are about to hear about him getting his opportunity to shoot for Puff is fucking nuts. But he made it happen and secured the bag. And the past few years of his life have been fucking next level. He's photographed some of the biggest artists and celebrities in the world and has been directing several commercials and spots. If you like to play with fire, then you should keep listening to this episode because this shit's lit. Yeah, I know that was lame. That was lame as fuck. Lauren just laughed at how lame that was. If this is your first time tuning into the podcast, you're probably wondering, what does Black with No Cream stand for? Black with No Cream is a private content creator group fueled by caffeine, or at least I take my coffee black with no cream, but you can drink or not drink whatever caffeine you fuck with and still be a part of our community. We are a free private group on Facebook open to creators of all kinds, aka if you make videos, if you're a photographer, if you do marketing, management, editing, dancing, etc., 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 all creators are welcome. Our private group has been growing rapidly. We have a shit ton of members working together by sharing content, asking for feedback, passing tips and tricks along to one another with the goal of pushing each other to become the best motherfucking content creators on earth. And you can join our group if you want to by going to BWNC.com/join. We would love to fucking have you. Please join. All right, that's it. Leave us a review on YouTube or if you're on iTunes so they know we're lit. The merch store is currently shut down. My apologies, but we are working on some new shit that'll be worth the wait. In the meantime, if you want to support Black with No Cream, make sure to visit jointhehomies.com or patreon.com/Black with No Cream, whatever one you want to do. And get all the podcast episodes a week early before everyone else. Plus some more shit that you get when you do contribute to us. Send me a screenshot if you do that to my DMs on Instagram at Ben Real vs. World when you pledge, so I know that you're a real one. I'm gonna fucking share that on my story. All right, enjoy the work week. Keep creating. Make sure to tune in every Wednesday and Sunday for a new Black with No Cream episode. And without further ado, I bring to you my interview with Kaito and the most epic podcast intro ever created right motherfucking now.
Attention.
If you stop this podcast recording at any time,
you will die.
I don't want to die.
Do you want to live?
You have 24 hours to share this podcast with 5 people or you will die.
I'm kidding, you won't die. You're just weak shit for not sharing.
And the winner of the best motherfucking podcast goes to...
Black with No Cream.
What do you think?
It's so fucking dumb and so fucking Ben Haggerty.
I knew you would say that. And we're back. Another fucking Black with No Cream podcast. Today's guest, actually, I've always assumed that I pronounce your name Kaito, at least from your Instagram, but I don't know what your real full name is.
My full name? Like
Run it.
My
no,
government name?
What do you want to go by?
Well,
how do I say it?
My government name is Carlos Araujo.
You heard it first, people.
But
What'd you say it was?
Carlos Araujo.
Carlos. Damn, that's crazy.
It's a Cape Verdean name. It's like African.
Got it.
And so I go by Kaito.
Kaito. Damn. This whole time I've said it Kaito.
I mean, a lot of people, you can't really tell. So, like, the way you read it on IG, and whatever, it's Kaito.
Which is how'd you come up with that?
So, my dad's name is Carlos Araujo, My name is Carlos Cerrujo.
Right.
In my language, my nationality is Kai is Carlos. So Kaito is Junior.
Damn.
Yeah.
So do people call you Carlos Jr.?
No, just Kaito.
Kaito.
Yeah.
That's dope. Okay, so I've in the podcast like intro, I kind of preface like who you are and what you do, but just for people who fucking skip that shit, do you want to let them know what you do?
Yeah. So
Who are you? What do you do?
I am
And you don't have to sit forward. I know this is we could chill. You could do whatever you want. It's your podcast, bro. This is your podcast.
Let me get comfortable.
Yeah, get comfortable.
You have some
man.
blankets?
I do. You want a blanket? I got pillows, sleeping bag.
So I am a photographer, director, photographer. I create content for Puff, P Diddy, Brother Love, and many other people in the industry.
Mad people.
Yeah.
Flick through his Instagram one time, just see how far it goes on the computer or on your phone, and you're just gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Because when I think you hit me up when I was on tour, this last tour, and I don't know why some people are just good with their presence on the gram, where like just your message. Actually, never mind, because your DM said, "Yo, send me this. I'm gonna send it to Puff."
Oh yeah,
So that was pretty like who's this guy?
straightforward. Straightforward.
Sometimes I see people and you look at like their name or the way their aesthetic is and their profile picture just sticks out.
Yeah.
Does that ever happen to you when you're?
Yeah, no. Like usually people with like a vibrant tone, like you can kind of like see the curation almost sometimes on people's work, and then I just like flip through, and then something stands out, and I'm like, oh shit, this person's really dope.
So take note of that, people. Presence is everything.
Yeah. Presentation.
Yeah, presentation. But yeah, you hit me up and you said like, yo, because Puff came to. Were you at the San Diego show?
I didn't go.
Damn.
Yeah.
You should have come. Why didn't you come? Working.
Yeah, I was working on some project. I forgot.
Well, he was there and he brought like his daughters and shit. So
And he shot some crazy shit.
yeah.
Of Puff, and I was like, yo, you gotta send me this shit right now. I sent it to him.
And I was like, I don't really know if you're for real or not. But then like I said, I did one flick of the gram, and I was like, verified, fire photographer, fire director, whatever. But we met and had some coffee like a couple weeks back or whatever, and meant to do this a couple weeks ago. But I'm glad you finally were able to make some time for us, small folk.
Yeah,
Appreciate it, man.
Nah, man.
How's it been? You shoot for fucking Puff, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's good. Just working hard. Just ever since I started, I kind of have the same aesthetic, like hardworking. But yeah, it's been a journey. It's been a crazy journey, bro.
Which I would love to talk about because I feel so. What I do like about this podcast, having a podcast and being like the owner of one, is that a lot of the times we, connect online or whatever. Homies, and then when we do a podcast, usually I'm just like, yo, let's just do the podcast right away because that gets it all out of the way. Like I get to learn about you, you know what I mean? But we sat down and fucking got some takoya. I don't know how you say that place.
Takoya. I don't remember.
Did you like it?
No, it was good. No,
you
I didn't even eat. I was like, yo, I'm mad hungry, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta hurry up, bro.
He made us
I
schedule
pulled up.
lunch and ate before he got there.
Yeah, bro, I was so hungry. Remember? I was
Yeah.
like, yo, we gotta change it from 5 to 4 because I'm starving.
Yeah,
We pulled up. I had just the chef made me food at Puff's house. So I was like, nah.
You were good.
I was good.
But
it was a good vibe.
It was cool.
It was nice out.
They got these plantain chips with guac. Fire.
Some great juice.
Yeah, they got some
good
juice.
juice.
Anyway, we were there and we were chopping it up, and you told me a shit ton of your story, which is fucking crazy. So I want to run that back.
Yeah.
But how long have you been in LA?
I've been living in LA for 3 years.
3 years.
Just about 3 years.
Dude, we moved here pretty much the same time. I think I got here a couple months before you. But I've been here around that length of time. But so step back to, you've always been a photographer, like since like earlier high school and shit. Because you're young right now, right?
Yeah.
How old are you?
21.
21. Motherfucker,
21.
young.
So,
that's crazy.
Yeah, no, I was just doing it for fun, taking pictures of my homies at high school games and stuff like that. And, they were always like, yo, you have like a dope eye. Like, yo, these pics are crazy. And then, I photographed them at hockey games, basketball games.
Like the high school?
Yeah.
Like during high school?
During high school. Like I played JV one year, and the varsity kids literally right after my game, I'd run to the other side and take pictures of them.
Wow.
Like my own teammates. It was crazy.
Damn.
So I became from a teammate to a photographer, and like my pictures would go in like the local news and all that stuff. And it was crazy. Nobody has ever heard this. I remember I think it was my junior year of high school. I went to the local newspaper and I pulled up like with not even knowing anybody. And I was like, hey, like, do you guys have any job opportunities? I'm like a photographer, blah, blah, blah. And they looked at me like.
This is when you were in high school?
When I was in high school, yeah.
Oh, shit.
So, like, I pulled up. Nobody knew me. And this, like, photographer, I forgot what his name is, but he's, like, super dope, like, local photographer. He let me come in his office, and we were talking, and I told him what my goal is and stuff. And, like, a week after, he brought me on, like, this, like, little journey. And, like, I went with him to like a school and watched him take pictures of like kids and stuff like that. It was pretty dope.
Damn. So he like just threw you an internship, like low key.
Yeah, like for like a week, and then I just kind of did my own thing.
Right.
It just never worked out.
So when so before you got in, started actually doing it and people loved your shit, did you know that you could be sick with it? Like that you were?
Yeah. So like my boy Jonah, like. He basically introduced me to like the whole photography thing. Him and my cousin Sean. I just want to give my shout out to them.
Right. Always plug.
Yeah. So my boy Jonah like just came and was like, "Yo, I'm about to go up to Boston. Like, what you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, like, what are you about to do?" He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna shoot some street photography. This is like a photo meetup." I'm like, "Oh, word, let me come." And then I borrowed my homie's camera and went up and just met like. Actually, like, people that I'm really good friends with now, like Sean D. Shoots, and, like, Steve Sweatpants, and a whole bunch of kids from this community. And
this is out on the East Coast.
Yeah, in Boston.
You're originally from Boston.
Yeah.
So, would you say, I hear the boy, we're at my homie Andrew's house, both of our homies, Andrew.
Yeah.
He let us take over the living room because my girl, she does.
She has some plans.
Yeah, eyelash extensions out of our house. So, so did you know what like a photo you know what I mean? Because I didn't know what that
I did not know what that was.
So he just
I was like, like, you about to go to a photo meetup?
Right.
And then he showed me like this whole community of like Street Dreams Mag. It's like this community of photographers, and they do like this tour around U.S. So I kind of began to understand what it was. So once I got to Boston and I saw like 100 people. And they would just we'd just like walk around Boston taking street photography pictures. Like, it was pretty dope. Like I met a lot of people and just from there like began to get inspired like on a different level and like see a different like vision in kind of.
So that kind of like provoked your interest in like doing this, not full time, but like, kind of finding a place to like run.
Wait.
Yeah. Andrew's out here.
Yeah, you got to say what up. You can't just sneak by,
Slide
bro.
in here, stick your face in. He's been on the podcast.
Yeah,
before.
you can't
people
just
know.
sneak by, bro.
Yeah, say hi, Andrew. Say hi. How you doing?
We were gonna get by, but.
Check this camera on anyway. Make sure it isn't fucking too shitty.
Yo, I should get another camera. It's the handheld.
Wait, he gotta push in a little bit. Come on, push in.
Oh shit!
Oh my.
Man, you actually are fucking this up.
Dude, he just messed everything.
What's up, guys? Getting good content?
We're getting great content.
Yeah, we're
good.
in the middle of
Two of my
we
favorite
just
people
started
right here. My favorite content creators. Both of you right here in the same room. That's crazy.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
We could do like, we should just low key not give me a mic and do the
And
podcast
just
like this.
yeah, you could just be in the middle.
Just AirPods.
Hey, these two dudes are doing some crazy shit together, and 2019 is all of our year, so prepare for.
Yeah, be on the lookout. He's running out, so we're gonna let him go.
Yep.
He's gonna have to jump on a podcast with you. I don't know why you guys haven't done one. Oh, you did one?
He did one. It's fucking. That shit. It was. We talked for 3 hours. We drank coffee and then switched to wine.
Oh.
In the middle of it. Someday I'm gonna have a studio where it's not in Andrew's living room and there will be no interruptions. But until then, support us on Patreon. All right, later, dude. Bye, kids. Thanks for stopping in. Everyone is probably blown away that you were on this little fucking feature. Anyway, so we were talking about being that like that was kind of your introduction into not like maybe considering it a hobby. Or did you think that you could get paid from it at some point? Because like people doing street photography and then doing like mobbing around like that, that's definitely like it's not like they're mobbing around to get paid by anybody. They're just doing it for the love of the sport, really.
Yeah.
So was that kind of your introduction into the hobby and learning, like, oh, cool, like what do all the settings do? And I need to really focus on this so I can kind of learn how to use a camera proper. Or did you see it as a way like, damn, I could become really dope at this and get paid someday for it?
No, that was definitely a hobby. At that that was definitely a hobby. Like, I didn't think of anything like being a personal photographer or director. I just knew it was fun to me. You know, it was really fun.
So what happened after that? That's when you kind of segued into like shooting at basketball games and doing all the sports stuff. And
No, I was actually shooting at basketball games
prior,
right. But just for fun.
Yeah.
And then like that kind of led me into like a different perspective, I would say, and like using different lenses and getting different depth of fields, and you know, like, and seeing what's out there and getting inspired.
Did you have classes that you could take? Like, I think we at my high school had a photojournalism
I
class.
took one photo class. I failed.
You failed?
Failed.
No, I took a film class and failed.
For real?
They gave me
Yeah.
a D on my final project.
Mm-hmm.
It was about doing coke. What was it? Coke in school. I had like my like people doing coke. It was a bad idea.
That was your video project?
Yeah. It was funny. It was funny. It was why you shouldn't do coke. But I show people doing coke at like Walmart playing Guitar Hero and some other shit.
That's crazy. That's
And-
bold.
Yeah. She
That's super bold.
slapped the D on it. So then when did you first get paid from using your camera? Do you remember when it transitioned from like, or maybe even looked at it like, oh, cool, small business versus?
No, yeah, it was like I was in the city after like that whole street photography thing. Well, not after,
city?
because I was still doing it.
In Boston?
New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Okay, right.
Like just people from like local people were just paying me, like girls were paying me to just like shoot. It was like,
Because this wasn't long ago. This is like 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You moved right out after high school?
yeah,
Okay.
literally right after high school. We'll get to
Yeah,
that.
right.
So, yeah, they were just paying me for like, you know, I shot a wedding, I shot school senior pictures,
Right.
I shot photo shoots, just a whole bunch of stuff.
So could you see yourself at the time?
At that time, I knew I wanted to be some sort of photographer. I didn't know what lane it was because I was just shooting like wedding and this and that. And it was just kind of like, it was not a lot, but it was just like scattered, you know?
Was anyone at the time like that you worked with doing, like for me, there was a lot of small businesses that popped up when we got out of college, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like everyone started doing like a wedding photography business or videography business, or could do like consultant work or whatever, like industry type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Was that something that was happening? Like, could you see yourself organizing a business that handled all this random type of shit that you're shooting at the time and then just staying there? Like, or did you always want to leave and like get out of that area?
No, actually, well, there was like a transition period to where like I knew I started, like I knew I had some sort of talent.
Right.
And like all my life, P Diddy was my favorite photographer. I mean, I'm bullshit.
I was like, wait,
Run that back.
He's sick.
I'm
with
jumping.
it.
I'm jumping ahead. My bad. Diddy was my favorite artist. And he didn't really rap or anything, but he was just like, I would watch him on YouTube, his documentaries, his like just everything, all his content and stuff. And so he motivated me. So I would like, there was just like one moment where I still remember now, my boy Alex was like just chilling in my room on my couch, and I was on my laptop and facing the wall, just watching Puff's MMM documentary that my boy Armani made for him. And I was still in high school, and I turned to my boy. I was like, yo, I paused the documentary. I was like, yo, one day I'm gonna work for Puff. Like, I'm for real. I'm gonna be a photographer one day. And then like I kept that in my head and just kind of made it happen in real life. You know, I knew I wanted to get there, and you know, I worked hard in the city, and I made great relationships with everybody. Everybody, like, nobody really has anything bad to say, and you know, I just kept getting inspired, kept my close friends with me, and we kind of sparked ideas off each other.
So when did you move? When did you moved after high school?
I moved, so right after high school, I went to a photography college for maybe like a month.
Oh, for real?
And just dropped out. My boy, King Los, He's a rapper.
Yeah. Oh, right. You told me this.
Yeah. So it's an interesting story.
Yeah.
Like how I told you.
Yeah, please do tell.
Yeah. So
This is crazy, actually.
So basically, I was about to start college, and I was working at McDonald's, and at the time I had like no money, like nothing in my pocket.
Yeah, what's minimum wage at McDonald's in the East Coast? I think for us in Iowa it was like $7.
$7, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, $7.
$7 an hour.
But I just had no money. Like I just remember having like nothing. So I might have just bought like equipment or something. So basically, Los was coming to Boston and performing.
Where's
And
he from? Is he
he's
from
from
Chicago or something?
No, he's from Baltimore.
Baltimore?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So he was coming to Boston to perform, and I DM'd him like, "Hey, would love to, the opportunity to shoot your concert. Like, I promise I won't let you down. Just, just trying to get on my hustle."
The Hail Mary.
And
the
yeah,
Hail Mary DM.
like coming to Boston.
Fingers crossed.
I could be there.
Please see my message.
So he replied, and he was just like, "Cool." So I was like, "Okay, well, it's a start." At least he saw it, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna send another text. Send another one. He didn't respond. That day, I took the initiative to go to the show. My sister dropped me off. It was like an hour away from my house. I snuck into the show, and I remember waiting in the bathroom because like the security was trying to kick me out because I was there like 3 hours early because I
Right.
wasn't trying to buy a ticket.
Right.
So I got there, was waiting in the bathroom for like an hour, would come out, pop up my head out, see there was nobody there yet. Boom, went back in. Then like they would always come in asking me like, "Hey, who are you?" And then once like there were actually some people there, I was like, "Yeah, I'm King Los's photographer. Like I'm here with him." They left me alone. They were like, "Well, why don't you have a media pass?" I was like, "I don't know. I just came here early just to come check out the lighting in the venue and stuff." And they were like, "Okay, well here, take this wristband." Give me a wristband. I was like, "Whew, I'm good.
Damn.
I'm good." So I chilled in the venue for like an hour, and just shot some photos, moved around. I was like moving around crazy, trying to get all the angles,
During his
during his
performance.
set. Yeah.
So
during
you
his-
don't make any contact with him or his
nothing.
team? Hilarious.
He walked in, like lights went on, boom, performed, was moving around, taking pictures, and then like I saw the set list. So right when I noticed it was like a song away from it being done, my initiative was like something in my head told me like just go to the back because I know he's gonna leave through the back door.
Right.
Because it was like the small little like intimate
right.
club. So I went to the back door and waited for him to come out. And right when he came out with his his team, I was like, "Hey, I shot these, like I already had the pictures pulled up and everything." I was like, "Hey, look, I got these pictures like of you. Just wanted to show you." He was like, "Cool, send them to my manager." So literally I was like, "Word." So I got his manager's number. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna send them to you tonight." So I left, walked to the train station. My sister lived like 20 minutes away. Got on a train. Mind you, I had no money. So I hopped the train
Right.
illegally, hopped the thing, and like went on a train. I opened up my laptop, started editing the pictures, exported them, airdropped them to my phone. And then I sent them the pictures. So when they got the pictures, it's a super long story.
Nah, tell it. This is what
When
this is for, bro.
Yeah. When they got the pictures, I remember that night he was like, "Yo, these are crazy. Like, Los wants you to pull up tomorrow to the sneaker store." I was
Like in the same city.
in the same city.
Okay.
So I slept at my sister's house because I lived an hour away.
Right.
So I slept at my sister's house. I was like, "Hey, Kamishi wants me to go like tomorrow to go shoot a show, this freestyle performance at the sneaker store." So she was like, "Okay, like I have work, but I'll drop you off." So I went to the sneaker store and I pulled up a little late, but I got in there, just started shooting, doing my thing, didn't talk to nobody, just shot pictures. And then right when he finished and he got out, he came up to me. I was like, "Yo, your shit's pretty dope, little bro." And I was like, "Thanks, man."
Were you the only one shooting at this thing? Or did they probably have
There was
their
there
own
was
guy?
probably like a couple. No, they didn't have nobody.
No, I mean like the venue or whatever.
Yeah, the
probably
venue had
some
like
shit.
like two
Right.
videographers and then one photographer.
But he noticed you.
Yeah, he noticed me.
Right.
So then I took the pictures, whatever. We left the venue, and then he was like, "Oh, like that's just dope, little bro. I see you, blah blah." And he was like, hop in the van, like just chill for a little bit. So I hopped in the van. Like I was like, my mentality from watching Puff is like never like get comfortable and kind of never look like you're not busy.
Right.
So I opened up my laptop, inserted my SD card, started editing the pictures.
Going hand. He's just trying to like.
Yeah, I'm
smoke
just
you
in
out
the
or
back
something.
seat, like just editing the pics, and he's just like there chilling, like signing copies and stuff like that.
Right.
So by the time he was done signing the copies, I already had the pictures. So I sent it to them, and they were like, "Yo, these shits is cold." Like swiping through the pictures and stuff. And he was like, "Yo, you want to go to the next show? It's tomorrow. Like we it's like 30 minutes away. It's in Rhode Island. Rhode Island and like Boston is kind of right there." So
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, let's go. Like I'm down, but you know, I start school tomorrow, like at New England School of Photography." They were like, "Oh, I word." I was like, "Let me call my mom. It might be cool." So I call my mom.
Let me call my mom.
Call my mom. I'm like, "Hey, mom," and my mom is already blowing me up because she don't know where I'm at, and I'm usually home.
Yeah.
"Hey, mom, I'm going to Rhode Island with Los." She's like, "Who's Los?" Like, "I hope you're not doing weed. I hope you're not smoking." That's like her like automatic like
Yeah.
thing is like, "No, mom, I don't even smoke weed. Like, I'm not doing that." Like, she's like, "Yeah. And what about school tomorrow?" Like,
Right.
"Yeah, school tomorrow." She's like,
Lois is my college professor. I'll be there.
"Yeah." So like, I was just like, nah. She was like, "Kaito, you have to go to school tomorrow. Tomorrow's the first day, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Nah, like I'm good. Like I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go take this opportunity." So we went to Providence. We did the show. Then I started school, and then Los actually, flew me out to LA for like a year.
He then moved to LA or was living in LA.
He was already living in
right.
LA.
Okay. So you start. Damn. All right. So you miss your first day of class.
Missed my first day of class.
Show up on the second day.
Show up on the second day, do like a week, and then maybe 2 weeks after, he flew me out for like 4 days
To LA.
to LA.
Just like test.
Just to
test
shoot,
runs.
just to shoot some photos. And then I flew back, did another 2 weeks of school, and then dipped for like a whole year and never went back.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
And
yo?
I'm still here.
That's tight. Shout out. And I'm still here, bitch.
And we still motherfucking.
So did you you never did video? Were you doing video for him as well, or just photos?
No,
No.
I wasn't doing video at the moment.
But you kind of did you get forced into doing that, or were you ever interested in doing?
I
video?
got forced doing that when I started working for Puff.
Okay, word. All right, we'll get there. So you moved to LA, do this shit for a year. Was there tours in that year? What was he doing? Was he recording?
He was
and
just
shit?
in the studio. So we were in the studio for like literally maybe 3-4 months straight,
Damn.
like 24 hours.
You
a
lived
day.
with him then at his house?
I lived at his on his couch.
his spot on his couch.
Yeah, on his couch.
Fucking tight.
You know the couch stories.
Hell yeah, dude.
You're the last one to you're the last one to fall asleep and the first one to be awake.
It's literally always this, dude. I just saw making this video for. By the time this comes out, it'll be out. But it's like recapping my 3.5 years here, right? And I was looking through all my old footage, and I found this clip of me because at the house I was staying at, it was a studio house. They put a studio in the basement, which was rare that they had the basement. But everyone was coming through and recording. Like J-Rock would be there sometimes. Like people would be in the studio house, and I was like sleeping upstairs, and I was working with Andrew on Chris Brown's doc. So I'd be driving from Studio City all the way over to Wilshire, mid-Wilshire, whatever, staying there till 15 hours, 16 hours a day, drive back, be exhausted. And I had this clip of me like laying, and I'm like, I'm sleeping on my air mattress. Shit got a hole in it. There's music downstairs. Listen, and you just hear like, and you can like feel it. And I was like, I gotta beat this. Like I'm gonna upgrade. Like whatever I was saying. I'm like, it's crazy to see that shit. I didn't put it in the video because it's too long and doesn't make sense. But it's crazy to like.
You gotta cut that to the footage that I saw
now.
of you holding that big ass camera on
Oh
Coachella.
yeah, I know. Like for real, that's fucking crazy. Like,
If y'all saw the footage, do they know about that or not? I can't. They haven't seen it yet.
no.
That 360 cam.
Oh yeah, no one's seen that.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's keep that
Ain't no
top
one's seen
secret.
that. Yeah, some 360 shit.
Top. This is gonna be in his documentary.
I've been playing with that stuff. I just met with this other company that does 360 stuff. That looks pretty cool. That's just fun. You ever fuck with that?
No.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
right now later. So, what was the year like? Like, how did did you start building a friendship with him immediately, or was it still kind of like you just stayed in your lane and had the laptop out and you were always working, staying
With
busy?
Los?
Yeah, with Los. Like, how did because like with me getting on with Q and I started going on tour with him, Like right away, I wasn't trying to be friends with nobody. I was just like, I don't know any of you. I'm just gonna do what I do, and I just did the same thing you did. I had photos instantly in my videos. I turn around like, and then the friendship starts coming naturally. Yeah. But which is better because once you build a relationship with the artist, you can get more out of them. You know?
Yeah. So like the first time he flew me out for like the 4 days, I was like still mad quiet to myself, just taking pictures, going to edit them in the car, send them the pictures. If I take a video clip, just send them the raw video clip. You know, like just doing that stuff, like not really being in the way, being like a fly on the wall, just documenting artistically, I would say.
Right.
And then, you know, giving them the content that he needs and he wants. That's what they're looking for is content, really, you know. And
was this all for Instagram and shit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then the second time he flew me out for like good, really, it was you know, we already knew each other kind of, and I wasn't so like I was on my toes obviously, but like the second time he flew me out, I was like I had more motivation, so I was pumping out more content, pumping out faster, this and that, same thing.
Because do you feel like you had more to lose, and that's what pushed you?
Yeah,
like
I had more. Like I knew I didn't want to go back home.
What was the conversation when you go home for those? You come out for the 4 days, you go back home, which you already gave up school at this time?
No, I was still in school, but I had a motivation. It was I've been to LA already. I've seen, you know, I was able to see, you know, a couple celebrities, and I knew it was real. I knew I could. Somebody gave me this opportunity to win.
Our stories are so fucking parallel.
So it was like, oh shit, like I have to go hard. I went home and I was still re-editing his pictures, like to send him different versions of edits and stuff. So like when I came back out, I knew I wanted to not go back home for good. You know, like this was probably like something, you know, that I could really do. So but back to your question, really, I just kind of kept the friends thing separate, and then like he kind of got more comfortable with me, than me getting more comfortable with him. Yeah. So just him getting to know me, and I'm like a likable person, I guess. He kind of just like, you know, started joking around with me, and I would joke back, and then we just became like brothers. Like we joke, like I'll FaceTime him, and I'll be like, "Yo, you head ass,"
yeah,
like
just talk shit.
Yeah, like talk shit, and he got a son. We're all cool and stuff like that.
You're like, I push his son down and stuff. It's fun. It locked him in a room.
Yeah,
it's
it was
hilarious.
fun, man. It was like,
but
he gave me a crazy alley-oop. Like that's my brother.
No, for real.
Forever. You know?
Would you like? What was the negotiation as far as like, yo, I want you to come out here for a year? Was he just basically saying like, I want you to come out here for a year, or did it just happen to end up lasting that long, or like?
Nah, it was just like, yo, you trying to come back out? I'm about to start the studio, and then
and you can crash here as long as you want, type thing.
Yeah, I already knew what it was, kind of.
Yeah.
And I was worried about payment and stuff like that, but like that didn't like I wasn't like ready. Like the younger me was like not ready to be like, yo, like how much am I about to get paid? Like like the younger me was like, yo, I'm just trying to make it. Right.
But was he?
I kept the art first before the money.
Yeah, but so how did that go about? Because I know that's like the trickiest part. Because then you don't know how that shit works. You don't know, like, you know, you've gotten paid from some Instagram girls back home and like some weddings and shit. But like artists are always just kind of throwing you an opportunity and expecting some of you to
he took care of me. Yeah. Like he definitely like he gave me money and he paid. Like it was almost like, you know, he like paid me for my time and stuff.
Right. Yeah, that's dope.
And like
So what happens is like you go from straight from him to Puff, but like I know that's how it was, right?
No,
it was him.
No, actually, before Puff, so Los would be in the studio and like he would hang out with like Ray J and The Game and different people. So
oh yeah, I forgot. I love him.
Los one day went to Puff's house, and wow, this is crazy. This is crazy
to think about.
Yeah, it's like flashing back.
I know, right?
So it's crazy
because you don't take time. That's the problem. People don't take time to sit back and accomplish like how far you've come.
No, it's funny because I'm like really telling the story. It's crazy.
All right.
So Los would go to Puff's house sometimes, and you know, Puff would never let me shoot.
Him or
Puff wouldn't let me take pictures.
Right.
So it wasn't like, you know, because of me. It was like, you know, just
he just
he doesn't know me.
Yeah.
So So I just like would always try, but never could do it. So then, what's his name? Then I became cool with like The Game and the Ray J, and they would always go to Puff's house too. So when I went with them, Puff would like kind of see my face again.
You mean you're going with them without Los? Like
Without
at this
Los,
point, you're
yeah.
starting to work with these other
I'm
people.
started like freelance with other people too.
Right.
So I went once with Game to his house, and he never let me shoot it. Then one day I went with Ray J to his house in the Malibu house, and Ray J pulled up with the camera. He was giving him some scooty bikes and stuff like that. His new scooty bike, electronic bike, and
Ray J has his own bike.
Yeah.
Like a scooter.
Yeah, it's like a
moped type
electric
thing?
scooter, scooty bike.
Scooty bike.
It's crazy.
Tight. Is it tight?
Yeah, it's dope. I want one.
Yeah. Plug. Sponsor the boy.
Cue the song. Plug.
Yeah.
So, so we went to his house. I wasn't taking pictures, but I had my laptop ready and all that. And it was like, literally, this is like the perfect moment, right? It was sunset. We're on the beach, Malibu beach house. His daughter's there with him.
We're all on scooty bikes together, just
It's
mobbing
like-
through the sand. Mobbing into the sunset.
Yeah, it was like a rainbow in the back.
Seagulls.
So Puff went on the beach and he was just like walking on the beach, and then he was like, "Yo, come take this picture." So I was like, "Oh, okay, where?" Like, boom, got my camera on my bag, cause like I didn't even want him to see my camera.
Yeah,
To be
he
like,
already
"Hey,
said
yo,
no."
like I thought I told you."
Right.
So I would always respectfully put my camera in my bag, but have my backpack on. So he was like, "Yo, come take this pic," and he was with his girl. I mean, his daughter, Chance. And I grabbed my camera, ran down there, and they were just walking. By the time I got my camera, they were far. So I was like, do I run up and get in their face, or do I kind of stay a little far and capture the moment?
Right.
My like intuition, right, told me like stay far and capture the moment. So I zoomed in, right, and it was like perfect because the light was gleaming from the behind them, and it was like a mixture between like this it was blue skies and then warm light and then warm sand, so it was like perfect.
The best Malibu day.
Best Malibu day.
Right.
Took the pictures literally without like flinching. I dipped to my laptop, stuck my SD card in there, edited the pictures in like literally 5 minutes, and sent them like to his social media manager that I had just met. He was in Malibu house too. His name's Carlos, and I sent him the pictures right there, and he posted them. Like Puff didn't even see the pictures, and Los just captioned the picture and posted it
Onto Puff's gram.
onto Puff's gram.
Okay.
Boom. That's super exclusive.
That's fucking crazy.
Super exclusive. Wow.
Did you talk? Did he see? Did he get on? Like,
No.
Was that it? You were done?
Well, actually, no, I'm lying. I think he went to Puff and said like, "Yo, can we post this?" And Puff was like, "Oh, he took this?"
Yeah.
And Los was like,
let me put my
Los,
camera out.
Los was like, "Yeah, he took this. It's dope." And he was like, "Yeah, post that. That's dope." Like, and then he came up to me and he grabbed my shoulder and he was like, "Hey, yo, you want to live life?" I was like, he went like this. He was like, "Hey, yo, you want to live life?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You want to go to places you've never been and make money and see things you've never seen and take pictures? Like, do you really love to do photography?" I was like, "Yeah, I love it." Like, and this is the first time he's even looked me in my
Right.
eye, so I'm shaking. And he was like, "Okay." And he walked away. I was like, what does that mean? Like, in my head, I'm like super amped, but I'm like, what does that even mean?
I'm fucking dying.
So-
that would be the most iconic. Like, you should remember it as best as you can.
No,
write
that-
it in script.
Yeah,
and print
no.
that shit on tees, bro. Do you want to live life and do photography
Yeah,
and see things
travel
you've
the
never-
world, make money, get rich, and so then
That's so fucking rare. That's such
Yeah.
a rare thing.
that's a rare.
That's
moment.
a very rare
That
moment.
was a lot of motivation though. So then after that,
Fuck,
me
I
and Ray
bet.
J left, and the next day, me and Ray J went to go in the morning. Ray J picked me up, and we went to go shoot pictures in Malibu. No, not in Malibu. Venice Beach. We were on our way to Venice Beach at like 7 in the morning, or 8 in the morning, or some shit. And I get a call from Eli, one of Puff's assistants, and Eli calls me and say, "Hey, Puff wants you over here at the house." So I'm like, "Okay." Like he was like, "But right now." So I was like, "Oh shit, I'm in the car with Ray J." So Ray J, I'm like telling him like, "Yo, like I got, you know," I'm like, "I don't know what to do." He's like, "Yo, let's go." Spun the car around.
Oh,
and
shit.
brought me there, and then from there I started working with Puff.
Wow. Wow, yo.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a second to soak all that up. That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
crazy.
now
Right
knowing
place at the right time.
that's super right place at the right time. Literally on a beach.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to you met Puff for the first time ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lowe's takes you over there because you're already this big fan who's like, oh my god, Puff, this and that. I want to work with him someday. Yada yada. Do you remember the time you saw him for the first time, like in real life?
Yeah.
Did it trip you out, or what was that like for
The
you?
first time I saw him for the first time, it was crazy. Me and Los went to his house, and like I remember, like, bro, the freaking driveway was so long, marble driveway, and then going to the house, and then like it was just crazy, and like he was in his backyard, and it was so vast, it was so big, and I saw him like in like this. It was like a silhouette.
Right.
It was like lighting from the top, lighting from the
Some
back.
movie shit.
And yeah, and he was just like a dark figure, like standing there, like he had like this black sweatsuit on, silhouetted out. I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. And I think it was like during the time of like the NBA finals, and yeah, that was the first time. And he didn't even like make eye contact with me or nothing.
Nah.
But it was just cool to still be there and see him.
Did you call like your family back home or whoever would have known like how much this meant to you? You didn't tell nobody?
Mm-mm.
Shit.
Just because I knew that was like a moment, but I knew that wasn't it.
That
Like,
wasn't the one.
It wasn't like, yeah, I knew there would be more of that into like me actually doing what I'm doing now.
That's cool that you had that vision that there, like whatever it was at the current time is not the end. You know what I mean? That the ladder is very, very big and you're only at the bottom step, or you know what I mean? Like there's more to it. But like, let's talk about Ray J. You were working with the game. So was that through Los?
Yeah, that was through like Los.
And so is Los kind of like,
Los is like my big brother.
right. So at this point, he's just he's giving you opportunities and shit.
Yeah.
Like he's not mad or nothing that you're not with him in the
No.
studio or whatever.
Nah, he was just like, get yours almost, you know?
Yeah.
I was respectful.
So how,
Like whenever he needed me, I was there.
what was it like for working with those guys? Like, what were you doing? Similar shit?
No, I wasn't with them as much. It was probably like 1 or 2 times.
You just
like,
pop in, shoot.
Pop in, shoot, and like maybe 2 or 3 times. But like I was with Los every day.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's fucking crazy, yo. So he's what an iconic line to be grabbed by the shoulder by Puff, and then
Dude, that's crazy.
I remember me and Andrew went to the house. I fucking don't know.
Oh
when
yeah,
this
you were
was.
telling me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just funny because I remember watching him come in for the first time because I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, it's the same way when I saw Jay the first time. You're just like, damn, this is a dude that's done a lot of shit. And I have not. So this is cool to be by someone like that. And then I remember we were waiting for him at this table. We waited for a fucking long time there.
Yeah, with these people, you wait.
Dog, you wait.
You
We
could
literally
wait-
sitting there waiting.
You could wait maybe 5 hours and get 5 minutes
for
of time.
just for literally a meeting.
For 5, that could last 5 minutes.
Yeah, but change your life, or
Yeah.
or not, or just.
Yeah, or it could go to another level from there.
But he was sitting there, and I think it was like, to me, I don't know if this is true anymore. Honestly, I've lost track of the reality of.
Wait, who are we talking about?
For me, seeing him for the first time, because I remember we waited for a fucking long time, and then
For Puff or Jay?
for Puff, and he comes out into the backyard. This is at one of the, I don't know how many houses he got, but in Beverly Hills somewhere. So he comes out by the grass and shit, and he's walking. And I swear to God, and I don't know if this is true anymore.
Wait, don't say something that we can't.
It's not, but he's just on like an
No, I
iPad
get
and
it.
a phone, and like literally having someone put on some dope shit while he's on an iPad and a phone at like the same time, like, and he's talking on the phone too. And I'm just sitting here like, we're never gonna get a meeting, bro. This guy's getting wardrobe, emails, cell phone, and on another phone talking
Dude,
to people.
he's another type of beast, bro.
He literally came down, he sat down, and just we ran through the meeting like it was
Dude.
probably like 10 minutes.
He's a beast.
That shit was epic.
He's a beast.
I walked away like, fuck.
I actually, so like while I'm home, So I just went home.
Yeah, but
as you know, yeah,
Christmas and
I went home for like 8 days, and I'm with big homie every day type of thing. So, you know, it gets so used to me working at a crazy pace and stuff. When I go home and get time to rest, I realize like how much of a beast this guy is. He is so dedicated. He is like a work machine. Crazy. He's dope. He's like, there's rarely a lot of people that like him.
That's how I
focused,
feel. B&J too.
And yeah,
you see it with these
like
people.
the fact that you described him on an iPad and a phone and getting wardrobe on, probably getting a haircut.
It might not. That all might have been an order, but I swear to God,
but
it all
that's
happened
what
at one
really
time.
happens because he's like working and then wardrobe's coming on. And it's just a whole
They're
bunch
like
of stuff
doing
coming.
shoes and belts and shit. He's just like money, making money. Like he's making money for so many fucking people too. That's what's nuts.
Yeah.
God damn. I love that shit. And I think that it's cool because we both see it. We get first person view of like the biggest goats in the world. You know what I mean? Like to see them, and you're right. Like no one will ever touch their level of work ethic. Like I think we all have it in us, but some people just take it to the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, well,
I think we take it to the top.
No,
though.
we're definitely gonna take it to the top. But you know, it's like years and years of work.
Right.
They've been doing that for 30 years.
It's crazy.
Probably, I wouldn't say longer, but you know, we've probably been doing it for what, maybe 5, 6, maybe me only 3.
Right. No, I mean being out here now, like considering that I'm a professional or whatever, like living out here, it's been like 3.5 years. But I feel like
so
it's the same
imagine
way, like
10 years, 12 years
in it.
I feel like your mission and you know your story of why you're doing it changes because you know they feed a lot of people.
Right.
So you know they have to keep going. You know because you know I think that their mindset changes once you know you have people working under you and you probably have maybe 200 employees or something.
Right.
Like you know.
Q told me
You gotta
something
keep
like that
going
too.
hard.
He said something when we were talking about like an idea we had or whatever, and we were talking about money, and he said something about his deal. He's like, I'm always gonna get my deal, and I'm always gonna make sure I get my deals no matter what because, like, I bought this house. Like, we're in his new house that he got in Calabasas. Sac. I bought this house, and my daughter's gotta live in this house till she's at least 18 and can move out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna not have this house, so I'm always gonna be working, chasing the bag.
Yeah, man, it's great seeing it, and it's like. They do it for a good purpose, you know. They keep just going hard. It's great.
So, you know, you start working for the motherfucking legend of all time. What's that like for you? Because you're still at Los's. What's the transition? Do you get your own apartment for the first time?
Yeah, so they actually got me an apartment for like a couple months.
Did.
Yeah.
Okay, word.
Because I had no home, so it was just like, you know.
Did you tell them that? Like, were you like, yeah, I live on a couch? And they're like, nah.
Yeah, they were like, I'm gonna get you right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm gonna get you right. Got up on my feet, started making money, and just got right into tour. We started touring.
What tour were you?
Bad Boy Family Reunion tour.
Oh shit.
Started touring.
Was that with the doc? They did the doc on? Was that?
Yeah.
With Mary and everyone came through? That shit was crazy.
Yeah. So we started doing the tour, and then.
Wait, were you at the studio because we did Mary's doc?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
That was the only day I missed.
Dude.
God damn it.
Played yourself.
I know. We really be in the same place almost. Like, I guarantee
That's
we've crossed
crazy.
paths a few times.
We probably have. Like, that one time, I told you I was at Puff's house when you were there.
Yeah.
But we didn't know each other.
Fucking weird.
That's crazy.
Anyway.
Well, at least we're here now.
I know, right? It all makes sense.
So we went on tour.
Yeah.
We did, we went on a couple vacations and stuff like that. And we were working, you know, with Revolt and doing a whole bunch of stuff, but it's been good, dude. Like, it's a lot of different things, moving parts at once.
Right.
A lot of different companies, a lot of different content. You know.
Did he have someone that was with him at the time? Like,
yeah, my boy Dunny.
Dunny? Mm-hmm. So what was it like? Both of you guys are doing it, like, or was there video and photo?
Yeah, he did both, just like me.
So what? You take the L or what? You're like, it's mine. I'll take the job.
Nah. Yeah,
skip this part.
Right? Remember that story?
I do. It all started coming to me. I'm like, oh yeah.
Don't
Cut
go
this
there.
part out.
Don't go there.
No, but I'm just saying. He does not. Puff
No,
doesn't have like a
me
video
and Dunny
department.
were working together for like a year. That's my boy.
Yeah.
But I know what for other route you were gonna
Yeah,
go.
you know the story I want to hear. To give it to us.
Nah.
But I'm just saying, you start working with them, and what's Dunny do? He's doing all social. Is that the dude that you said that ran the social?
No, so Los ran the social, and Dunny is his creative director.
Creative director.
Me and Dunny and Los worked together for like 2 years.
Does Dunny
my
do
boys.
photography and shit too?
He does
does?
nasty beast.
Really?
Nasty.
Does he still do it, or is he just?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
really?
a beast. He does like design,
Damn.
like graphic content, like crazy shit.
So
Photoshop legend.
how do you guys start? Like, how do you kind of insert yourself into their machine because you're new, or did they just tell you exactly what?
Nah,
we need?
I was like that young machine coming in with the fresh fuel,
Yeah.
fresh oil. I was like a Tesla
Right.
coming in that bitch.
No fuel.
Nah, yeah, no,
No
fuel,
fuel.
but just mad energy. So I was running around doing mad shit, taking pictures, getting the crazy angles
Right.
and stuff like that.
So they just kind of let you
And
be.
we were, well,
let
yeah,
you
they
go.
just let me rock
Oh,
because
that's
I was
fucking
pumping
crazy.
out content like crazy. And Dunny was transitioning into like, you know, this bigger role and, you know, doing creative direction and still do it. Like, I don't know how he does it, bro. Like taking pictures, being a creative director, doing a whole bunch of content plans and stuff like that. So, we just started working together and they let me rock. It was like always love. We just rocked and we were a crazy team coming out with content plans for the documentary and coming up with the cover. We did the cover for the documentary.
What you mean that
Can't
like
Stop, Won't
actual
Stop.
look of the shit?
Yeah,
What was it? It's him,
it's Puff looking up like that.
black and white or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like he came up with the whole.
Did you shoot it?
No, my boy
He
Jonah.
shot.
My boy Jonah. Let's spin this back full circle.
Jonah from the fucking
Jonah-
meetups.
Meetups.
What?
I brought him to come shoot, and it was like this random shoot that he shot the picture at, and we cropped it in. Like we were like on a hunt for like 1,000 pictures.
Wait, this was a BTS. This was
This was
like,
a BTS shot from a Sean John shoot.
Wow.
It was a Sean John shoot, perfectly lit, and it was like mad far away with like a 35 millimeter lens, like from deep.
Yeah.
And like there was people in the way and everything, and he like Dunny managed to get that one picture and see the image, and like zoomed in this
Yeah.
much, and that was a picture.
Fuck.
So my boy Jonah, you know, he came
That's
through with the pick.
crazy. What's Jonah do now? Is that his type
Jonah-
of shit? BTS type content like this now
No, he does like a lot of different type of content. Like
on the East Coast?
he does like, no, he moved to LA.
He's out here.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was staying with me actually for like a good 8 months.
Oh,
or
for real?
something, Yeah.
Fuck.
But now he got his own place.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's
That's super tight.
he worked with us for a little while. He got, you know, he made it out here. He's doing his thing. He shoots a lot of like different streetwear, fashion
Right,
stuff,
right.
fashion lookbooks, and a whole bunch of shit.
Have you done
Creates content.
Have you done the photo mob and shit since that one time? Or was that the only time you ever did that?
What do you mean?
Like where you go mob the streets with the fucking photo? What am I? I'm forgetting
No,
the name of
like
it.
a street meetup
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I don't think I have,
I've
but
never
I'm
done
still
one
super cool with like everybody.
from back at that shit.
Yeah,
I think that'd be dope to roll around. We should fucking organize
dude,
one of those.
we should.
We should do one once a month or something. Just get people to go out.
down.
That'd be kind of hard.
Let's put it on Facebook.
All right, cool.
Chat.
The word's out there right now. We'll figure it out. Do a little
Black with no cream.
black
meetup.
with no cream. Yeah. That'd be tight. I've never done one. I
That'd
feel
be
like
dope.
I see people. I have an electric longboard, and that's how I get it everywhere. I'll go back to East Hollywood and that shit. And they've been doing stuff like that too, where the like company gets like people just love that shit, and they get together and they'll roll like 30 or 40 dudes on these electric skateboards and just fly through LA. And I'm like, that's fucking tight. And I know people now they're working it with like photo and video and the longboard, so they're just like making videos of them fucking flying, like doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that there's a way to build like you said, community, and like look at the fact that you with your boy, even though you knew him before that, but like, and you still know all these other people, but you never know by the networking opportunity. Just like if we rolled to a local meetup here right now, or like of the starving artists, or went to a Midwest or something and found these kids, and we're like, yeah, let's just do this thing. We'll go shoot around, and then all of a sudden they're like, man, this is the guy that shoots for fucking Puff. He does all this shit, and like he's real cool. And I got to. You never know who you're gonna meet as far as them meeting someone like you. But at the same token, you could be meeting this kid that's the
Super
young
talented.
hunger. Yeah, he's got all the shit that you
Yeah,
could.
that's what it's all about. Is like, you know, not passing the torch, but giving somebody else an opportunity that you see can do well and means well.
Right.
And you know, that's just creative. Like I look for kids and not even kids, like just people. I don't care how old they are. Like if you're creative, as long as you're creative and you're genuinely a good person, like I fuck with you and I'll let you come shoot Puff, like, or whoever I'm with, or whatever project I'm working on, like, or if you want to just watch, if you want to just meet up and talk, and like if you have advice for me or if I have a questions for you on just collaborating, to me is like the biggest thing. I love collaboration.
Hell yeah.
And like,
because you be working with everyone now, because you're directing a lot of shit. So you let's go back. You transition. You're doing photo shit, but you're starting to direct some projects as well, like for
so like
Ciroc or whatever.
Well, from just coming on with Puff, I started having to do like BTS, like tour videos and stuff, and then after the tour, recaps and stuff like that, and then I started getting better at it, and I ended up editing like 7 or 6 of the commercials from Can't Stop Won't Stop, the movie, the trailers.
Commercials that actually like premiered like on iTunes and shit like that?
Like TV.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
shit.
the NBA Finals. We went to the NBA Finals, and
that shit just die? Pause. What the fuck? You just saw that happen, right?
Yeah. Are we back?
I don't know. Something's tripping.
I fell out.
Nah, there's no way I format these shits. God damn it.
Should we take a break?
Yeah. Pause. Okay. Everything's running. I just, it is what it is. Camera error. Potentially our wide shot's fucked. But I'm going to try to save the file after this. So anyway. Sorry about that, dude.
Nah, man. It's good.
It's just it's amateur shit out here. Nah. Someday we'll figure it out. Anyway, we're talking, I think, like, the BTS side of... Let me get this together. My fault. The BTS side, you were talking about learning video and starting to produce more of those, and you said you did the commercials, and they were the TV commercials. So was that your footage that you were editing, or was it
I was
like
editing.
they shot like movie shit?
Yeah, they shot a whole movie, and
like with cinema.
I had to cut down like a full feature.
But why you? Were you already... Because you had already made videos prior?
I was doing recaps and stuff.
Oh,
and
okay.
Puff was just like, oh, my man's going to do it.
Right.
So
that's
I just
dope.
was like, I'm not going to say no. So I was just like, all right, I'll do it. But sitting on, an hour or 2 hour footage, like I think an hour and a half or an hour and 45, like I was stressed out.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I kind of knew the story, so I was able to cut down the trailer. Because I knew the story. Right.
Was the trailer more like music driven, or was it like montagey with music, or was it like you're hearing them talk and you're trying to show like conversations?
Yeah, trying to show the sound, like getting the sound bites, and sound design right to tell the story with just the sound bites, and show picture as well. So it was. That's
a crazy opportunity though. Just that alone.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you at this point? Nah, I don't want to get there yet. I was going to say, at this time that you're doing all of this and still right now, it's just you as far as content for him? Day-to-day shit? Are you guys expand? Like, are you trying to like build out? Like,
so we're trying to build something out to just have like a whole bunch of content creators come in and work with us.
Have you given an, like you said, like if someone, you let someone shoot Puff if you want to, but like have you had your moment of like the giving back scenario? Like, have you linked anyone with an artist or gotten people jobs through this shit yet? Have you had the opportunity?
Yeah, like I've had a couple people come in and just giving them opportunities to shoot and give them a bag.
That's like one of the best feelings I feel like with all this shit is being able to find a way to supply.
I do it so often though.
Yeah,
I bring a lot of people. Like whenever I get the chance, I'll just get somebody, just hit up a friend or see somebody on IG. I reach out to people actually. I'll actually reach out to people and be like, hey, I see you're based in LA. If you ever want to link and come shoot with us, we have this budget. And
that's tight.
Come through.
Damn. Not a lot of people.
And I just let
that.
them do their thing.
Right. That's dope. I feel like at this point, would you say getting into like directing? Well, okay, first, directing that came from you editing shit. Like he's seen that you can edit and you kind of know how to tell stories, and then you kind of fall into like, oh cool, I'm gonna shoot a commercial or whatever. Like how do you
like I would say like through my pictures are kind of like, I feel like they're a little cinematic, like my images.
Yeah.
So like I just wanted to make cinematic motion, like so I liked how my pictures come out, but I was like, damn, imagine this was a video or something.
Yeah.
So I just started like just shooting video, and I was kind of forced to just because documenting him, and just having to create content. Like I would have to just jump to video.
Right.
Like it was just something, and then I started getting better and better and better at it, practicing.
What was like one of the first things that you shot commercially? Because you do like, am I right?
Yeah,
You
Ciroc.
did, like ads and shit.
We just shot 4 commercials last week for Ciroc.
God
for
damn.
TV.
Fuck.
I shot the Black Raspberry commercial, Ciroc Black Raspberry commercial that's on TV.
That
It
came out
aired
when we
for
were
the
on tour, I
NBA.
think.
It aired for the NBA game on Christmas.
Yeah, that's tight.
What else?
Did you watch it at home while
I was
with the
actually
family?
I was at Puff's house
Oh, you were
during
here,
Christmas. So it played the LA Lakers versus Warriors
That's
on
tight.
Christmas Day.
That's
so
dope.
I watched it actually when it came out.
That's crazy. How's that feel to be able to like get in control?
Good.
Of that?
I was like, yo, that's my commercial.
Right.
Like
That shit's
everybody was
fucking
like,
tight.
oh yeah, nice.
Damn.
That was good.
We were at a hookah bar with a couple of the dancers one night or whatever, and we were chilling, and I was just tired as fuck, but I was still trying to like send it and try to like see a city or whatever. And we were sitting there, and there was a TV playing like ESPN. I looked up, and it was like I noticed. I'm like watching. I'm like, what the fuck am I seeing right now? And it was like footage that me and Dave shot, like BTS stuff that Live Nation cut and started putting out or whatever. I'm like, damn. What the like seeing your shit on TV is like the weirdest
crazy.
feeling. Like
It's
even
dope.
though TV is probably the last place I honestly would want my shit to end up on because no one's watching that. Like,
Dude, everybody. I mean,
but like
bro, there's so many people in this world.
Netflix, maybe like
Of course,
streaming
yeah,
services
yeah.
would be cooler. But like when I'm just talking about like actual TV with 50,000 ads every 5 seconds, like
But it's still a great feeling seeing that.
it is. But
It's
I think
like
that's our
TV
generation.
still,
you know?
yeah.
Like
It's like
I think that'll become obsolete within the next 10 years. I don't think people are gonna be like that. Won't be a
I
feeling
think the
for
next
people.
2 years, like Netflix is changing the game, bro. I think
Yeah, it's-
in the next 2 years, Netflix is gonna be like the biggest thing.
I saw Netflix.
Did you see what they
They
did
tweeted.
with?
What are you talking about?
Nah. Did you see what I saw the tweet too?
You did?
Yeah.
It's-
But did you see what they did with what's that show called?
Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh,
that TV show.
the movie that they made
Not
with that shit that's
not
supposed to
Bird
be,
Box.
not
The shit where it's like an interactive.
yeah. You click.
The Bandersnatch. It's
Why can I not think
Black
of that?
Mirrors.
Black Mirror? Yeah.
Black Mirror. Dude, that shit is crazy.
Did you watch the whole thing yet?
Yeah.
I only saw the first half, but my
Dude, it's
homie,
nuts.
I was just telling my friend TF this. My homie Johnny hit me like 2 years ago, and he's like, "Bro, I have this idea. YouTube just made it so you can click like boxes. You can make like boxes and annotations or whatever." He pitched it to me. He basically was pitching me that same thing. Like, what if we made these videos where you could pick your story and all that shit? And I'm like, man, that's crazy. That shit came out, and I was like watching it. I was like, motherfucker, like, fuck, this shit is crazy.
Yeah, but nah, they changing the game, bro. It's crazy.
It is crazy. I watched it on a
crazy.
laptop, so I was able to click, but I wanted to know what it's like if you were to watch it like through an app. Is it the same
Like
thing with like
the
your
TV?
remote? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
Fuck, that's tight.
Cause I watched half of it, so like I have my accounts linked, so my
Right.
TV and so I watched half of it on my cause somebody was telling me like, yo, do you see that? And I was like, nah. So I started watching on my laptop and then I switched to my TV, and it was like the same thing. I was like, oh shit.
For those of you who don't know, basically they made a movie where you can pick what happens in the movie. So if someone comes up to like a fork in the road and they're like, should I go left or go right? You pick what happens, and then they go left or they go right, and a scenario happens and it still plays into the film, which is fucking insane. That shit is,
And sometimes it brings you back
Yeah.
to the same moment, so you could pick right and see
Right.
what happened.
and just you get more of this film. You
So
actually
there's
get,
basically like 2 endings to the movie.
I gotta see the rest. I haven't seen the rest.
Yeah, it's like 2 ways you can end the movie. It's crazy.
I saw, Netflix tweeted, I saw Complex posted, but Netflix tweeted and said that this is the first time people have watched commercials in a long time, but it was just because of that basketball game or whatever. Or was that it? Nah. What was the shit, the award ceremony that just happened?
Golden Globes.
Golden Globes. They said this is probably the first time people watch commercials in a long time. Just talking mad shit to the TV game because they really took over the shit with streaming.
They took over.
What's your 5-year plan?
Oh, my 5-year plan.
Yeah.
I want to, shoot. Damn.
Put them on the spot.
Yeah. Nah, I want to shoot like music covers, album covers,
Have you shot any of like anyone's covers yet?
I just shot.
Think about if I can
I just
talk
shot somebody's album cover like a week ago.
like
but
a studio type shit, or was
studio
it like,
portraits.
Yeah, that's cool.
But we shot specifically for an album cover. Hopefully in a couple weeks or a month or 2 months, we'll see it, and then maybe we can jump back on the podcast and talk about that.
Hell yeah, that'd be tight. Because shooting in
and
a studio,
I actually have behind the scenes. It would be actually interesting because I have like, I had like a BTS person that just came out with my homies and he documented the whole thing.
Oh, for real?
So it'd be kind of cool to chop something up and then come show you guys how I did that and how what I was going through, because the images actually came out really nice. I'll show you after this.
No, I would love to. I've actually talked about trying to make that, because our YouTube channel is just like the podcast. But I was thinking it could be dope to either for me or someone to go document someone doing their job, and then try to like you just said, exactly what you just said. Yeah, just like, cool, we shoot the BTS, whatever, and then come back and sit down. Maybe you could make like, this is how I do my lighting, or this is why I chose this camera, and we could like show BTS of the shit. That's dope. Okay.
That's actually a dope interactive. Imagine like doing that and like give them like a studio tour,
Should
right?
we pick a Nikon or the Canon?
No. Look, so imagine shooting the content, right?
Yeah.
And you have like a long piece of footage that you could just throw on YouTube, and having the ability to click on. Well, you can already do this shit. Having like, say you see the lights and people are wondering like, what kind of lights are those? You can click on the lights and go to a link to go and maybe buy the lights or get more information on that, like the camera.
Google's doing that, right? Like my sister just showed it to me. I think like she was on Google, and then you just hit this button and it pulls up all this. It tries to guess like all the stuff, like the designer.
But
for the
no,
shirt.
like I would want to put in the information when I upload the video.
So you could almost like ping like spots.
It's like a pin on like the equipment. So
you're saying you can do this right now on YouTube?
No, I'm saying imagine. We did that for people watching, like, you know, so they can watch it. I could talk about like, hey, I use these lights, and then you see the lights, and you can click on the lights and go to the link to, you know, whatever. Just like informing people how we did it and what we use, and them being able to go and get that equipment as well.
Let's make this happen.
But yeah, so I shot that. My 5-year goal is to, you know, shoot album covers, shoot. I want to do some like short documentaries or something.
I was gonna say,
I want to shoot like a documentary, like
a
dope storyline, or like something that interests me.
Well, I think you're in the. Obviously, you've done it already. Like you've been documenting artists since you got here or whatever. But I think that it takes like a specific person to be able to capture the longevity of someone, right? Like you're backlogging content for someone who's got the most backlogged content on earth. You know what I mean? That dude's literally been making music and doing this shit. So seeing his hard drives would be the tightest shit ever, because I'm sure it's just like,
yeah, it's
but
crazy.
like when it comes to making docs, I think that is interesting to like consider short pieces, like, you know, if you were to hop in with whoever and start making shit about someone specific. Have you ever have you seen Ray J since he dropped you off?
Yeah.
Has he talked about this shit, like how crazy that is?
Yeah, he's like, I actually saw him at like an award show, and he was like, yo, I remember bringing you to his house. Like, that's crazy. Like, voila, you never came back. Like, it was funny.
He could have fucked it up for you, be like, nah, bro, I already hired you. I want you to shoot this for, you know what I mean? That's really crazy.
He's a really good person.
No, that's dope, man. Fuck. I feel like that's a crazy story you got.
Yeah.
Do you feel like we hit it all? Did I miss something out on any of that shit?
Nah, that's really like the story. Fuck. Never really told it. That's pretty interesting.
I'm glad our cameras captured it. All three of them.
All
Fuck
two
boy
of them.
cameras. God damn.
2 of them captured it.
Yeah. At least we have 2 cameras. That might work. I always ask the Black with No Cream community to like ask you questions.
Oh, so you posted something and then they asked you the question?
Yeah, I just posted all your shittiest photos, and I said I have a really terrible photographer coming on. Ask him. Let's just light him up, roast him. Nah, so these can be like rapid fire. You can live in them for as long as you want. Dude, there's something in my throat right now. Goddamn. Sorry.
It's all good.
I'm so glad that I know you. I knew you before we did this podcast. Otherwise, this shit would be weird. All right, Hannah. I swear to God, her last name is Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise? I always fuck up their names. That's kind of my thing. What's the most challenging part about your job? I feel like people assume being a photographer for a big celebrity is easy and all fun.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take on that? What's the most challenging part of your job?
I would say having to multitask between projects. Like I don't have the how would you say, the luxury of spending time on one project. We're jumping projects every hour, every
4
2
commercials
hours.
in 1 week.
Yeah, 4 commercials in 1 week, planning that. Then, having to work on something else, short piece content, long piece content, docu-series that we might be doing or something.
Right. Movies, things like that. You're doing everything at
We're
once.
doing everything, switching subjects every couple of hours.
Yeah, it's
So that's like hard to focus on one thing,
right.
and make that great when there's just one person.
Do you feel like you get to enjoy your job in like the idea of what this person's talking about? Like it's all fun and you're working with a big celebrity, blah blah blah. Like, do you feel like you get to enjoy some of those perks? If so, what may the perks be? You know what I mean?
Like the perks of working on the job?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff, like meeting new people, and just being friends with, like, because there's a small group of us that we're just like brothers and sisters, and you get to travel the world and see things. You can going to Dubai, going on the big
Right.
yachts and stuff. That's always nice, to be able to like take a breath and really enjoy that and be like, damn, like this shit is really, like, anybody can get it.
So now I guess it's fair. At this point, what's your family think about all this shit? Especially your mom when she's telling you.
She loves it. Like she.
But
I
did
mean,
she
I've
see it
never
when you
really
quit?
asked her. Like, remember that time where I asked you to? Because I asked her to go to LA, and she was like, no.
You asked her to go to LA?
Yeah, when Los first asked me to go to LA.
Oh right.
So she was like, no. Like, and then I had to convince her to go.
So she came with you. So you came out here.
No. She didn't go. I convinced her to let me go out there.
Oh shit.
Because I was just in high school.
Right.
So she let me go, but like she didn't think anything of it, that I was gonna be able to work with Puff. But she like brags about me in the city.
Oh,
and
I
stuff
bet.
Like that.
Yeah.
Humbly. She
That's
brags.
tight. You have your sister, and then is it just you two?
No, it's my dad has 7 kids, and my mom has me and my sister.
Goddamn. It's a big family. That's crazy. Is your sister older?
Mm-hmm.
So
26.
what's she do?
She,
Artistic shit or
No,
like
no.
creative side?
No, like HR stuff.
Dope.
But she's getting married.
Shout out to your sis.
Yeah.
Big sis. Let's see. My boy Fernando, he said he follows you since Fade to Black, Jay-Z, Doc. My question to him would be, I didn't read any of this. Sorry, I can't see anything right now. How did he kick the door? How did he stand up at the beginning in front of another more established creators? How did you, I guess he's just saying, how did you make your stance? And I think you covered it earlier, which is dope because you just like didn't stop. You were fucking laptop in the I do that same
car,
shit. I
yeah.
feel like you're not, if you fucking take your photos and plan on editing them over the weekend or some shit, you're fucked. You're not, this isn't your game.
No.
Especially now when you can send that shit to your phone in Lightroom and all that stuff's available.
And even the artists know how quick people can get content out.
Yeah.
So anybody else coming in and taking their time, well, it might be maybe some people edit their photos a different way, or they have a different like editing style,
Right.
and they're more like taking their time. But like the people at the top, like the Beyoncés, the Jays, the Puffs, they want their shit quick. Immediately. Unless they're shooting like a magazine cover or something.
Right.
That might take a couple days.
That-
But yeah, like doing content like that, like you definitely have to be on your quick shit.
Yeah, especially when the companies are selling the idea that it can be quick and easy, and fucking soccer moms can shoot fucking Beyonce style photos of their kids and have it on their phone in minutes. Yeah. That's how I actually got before I moved here. I was in Iowa and I flew down to South by Southwest, so I was down there and I shot for this dude Kembe, and he was being kind of watched over by TD Top's son Musa, and that was the first thing Musa called and like told him like, yo, I want to take Ben on the TD World Tour. His photos are quick, it's content, he turns around crazy. That was the first thing he said and that's the only sentence I remember him saying is like the quick content, like the quick turnarounds on content. So I was having like 15-second Instagram videos done like that, just staying up, never sleeping, boom. And then like 2 years later, they take me on the Q tour around the world and shit. And I was like winning the lottery back then. But it would have
Crazy.
never happened if I was just like shoot all this shit at South by West.
And
South by
left it on your
Southwest,
hard drive.
and then, didn't touch it. Like,
Yeah.
fucking crazy. Phil Allen, he said, I've been a big fan. I've been following him for a minute. My question to him would be, who influenced and inspired you to pick up a camera, and what advice would you give to someone who's trying to get their foot in the door?
Person that inspired me is my cousin Sean. We just, he was the first person to actually put a camera in my hand, and Jonah, my friend that I told you that we went and shot street photography, and I have a whole bunch of other. We can get into that, but I have a whole bunch of different photographers that inspired me on and what else did he say?
Advice to someone trying to get their foot in the door.
Oh, advice for somebody trying to get their foot in the door, I would say.
Other than what we've already,
Yeah. Just, stay focused, kind of set goals for yourself, short-term, long-term goals, and just constantly get inspired.
Yeah. Fucking with that shit. You heard it, Phil. Shit, I'm gonna fuck this name. Cueva Fetty, maybe? I don't know. How do you get in the... We already covered that. Sorry, I don't read these in before, but they're good. What's his go-to setup? Oh, shit, he even pronounced it because he knew I was gonna fuck it up. Quavier. Quavier?
Quavier says, what's my go-to setup?
Yeah, what's your go-to setup? What's in your bag?
So, what's in the bag? I have a 1DX Mark II with a 24-70, and I have a Leica Q, 28 millimeter Leica Q.
Is that film or is that digital?
No, it's digital.
It is digital?
Yeah. That's
You
my
like it?
Yeah, that's my baby.
Yeah?
I just got it a little while ago.
How much is it just the body and you buy the lens, or would it come as a kit?
The lens doesn't even come out.
Oh, shit.
It's a fixed 28.
Damn.
So that's maybe 4,600 or something.
Yeah, I don't know what I went to once. I think it was an art gallery. It was actually cool. It was an art gallery of skateboarders that used to be skateboarders that turned photographers. So they had all these ill skateboard photography. But it was in a Leica store, I think maybe in West Hollywood or wherever their store was. And
okay.
Or something. Maybe it was in Beverly Hills. But they had all the Leicas. I didn't even know about Leica when I went there. You know what I mean? I just always had Canon, so I never paid attention to nothing else. And then I went there and I was like, damn, these cameras look fucking sick. And I've never used one.
My boy Van Styles, Stefan Van Asco, he actually was a skateboarder. You guys should definitely go check him out. He's crazy. I was wondering if he hosted that event.
He might have. I don't know. I didn't know any. I literally we went there and I was like, oh, cool, food and some drinks and shit for free. And then I was looking, I'm like, man, these photos are fucking sick.
So crazy.
That is crazy. My boy Travis Lloyd, he's been on the podcast before. He said, after spending significant time with such a master of branding, what advice would you give to someone who wants to grow their personal brand in today's market? That's a fucking great question,
That's a
Travis.
great question. Definitely study. I would say from what I learned too is studying. He's talking about in business and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think just overall Puff building the Puff brand and you seeing him build whatever he's done since you've been there.
How can other people?
Yeah, what advice would you give someone who's trying to grow their personal brand? What's a takeaway that you might even apply to your own?
Yeah. I would say don't wait.
Sit on it, bro.
Yeah.
I'll do what's it called? Commentary. He's currently thinking right now about how he's going to respond to Travis' question. May or may not be distracted.
I'm definitely distracted. I would say know what your strengths are and know how you are different, if that makes sense, and study different.
I was gonna ask that. Do you think it's important to
kind of know your competition?
Yeah.
Is that where you're gonna go?
But I'll run with it.
What are you saying?
I was gonna say, do you think it's important to kind of have a vast knowledge in
everything?
Everything.
Yeah, definitely have a vast knowledge in everything, and because there's so much that I've learned from just being in meetings with him, and just always following up is important. Following up with, if you have an idea and you're talking to somebody business wise, follow up.
That's so key.
Be on your emails.
Yeah.
You never want to look like you're slacking. Always be on top of shit.
Right.
If you say you're gonna do something, do it.
Right.
And follow through. Don't have an excuse.
But
Yeah,
that's clutch.
And think outside the box.
Yeah, I'm with that. We got 3 left. Fire rapid questions. Boom, boom, boom. This dude actually asked 3 questions in this one question, but let me pull a good one out of here. What's the biggest challenge you've encountered as a photographer? From Porter Hops or Hoops or Hops?
Biggest challenge?
Have you had an incident like what happened to me here? Card failed and you're in the middle of a shoot?
I think when, I think my card corrupted once.
Lose some fire shit. That's the worst.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Or
that's some shit that people sometimes like art. You try to talk to artists or
I don't think that really ever happens though. I think it's happened one time, like ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever?
But it wasn't nothing like crazy important. Like I would be like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like it was just like something happened. It was probably a couple pictures.
So no big L's you've taken?
No big L's.
There's still time.
Maybe my friends might pop and be like, "Oh no, this time did this something happened."
Isaiah said, "Dope!" Question mark! Exclamation mark! What are some other things he wish he knew when he started in the industry? Anything that you wish, like?
No, I'm figuring out everything as I go.
Right, but is there anything now that you wish you would have known when you got out the gate? Really?
No, yeah. Everything is like, I'm glad. Like, I didn't want to know anything before I came in. Like, I'm learning everything. You trial and error and all trial and error. Like,
right.
It's like I'm learning.
All right, this is the last question. Jamal Jackson, he says, how do you create a sense of amount of time you need with an artist to create with managers always wanting to give as little time as possible on set? So if the people around the artists are like, you only have X amount of time with this person, how do you manage your time with that person dealing with that shit? I mean, you have literally lifetime. You get
like photos. And stuff.
Like if you're shooting.
I would say like come out with your fire ideas first. Like whatever you really want to execute first. Get like that just happened to me kind of the other day. Like, I would say like and it was with a pretty big artist. Like just whatever you have an idea, like have it ready. Have a team around you to help you execute that. Get it done. And if that, depending on that person's, that artist's vibe, if they're like really liking what they see, they might stay longer. Like fuck the managers. Right. They might be like, yo, I gotta stay and do this. Like
they like it. They vibe. Because
it
could be anyone.
It's all about the vibe. It's all about how you vibe with that artist. Like, catching each other's vibe. Sometimes it's not about like talking a lot. If you keep that good energy and like that good vibe, you're able to fly through things and make things happen and make it dope. Yeah, I think that the artist will stay longer or something.
I think it's funny because you have to. I think a big problem is that people say they're in the position they're trying to work with the artist or whatever. I think they forget that these people have to do this shit every day, all the time, and your fucking 1 hour or 2 hours with them is not the only thing they're doing that day. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you need to have a schedule. Yeah, you want to be a standout player. Like you want to be the person that's going to go above and beyond to make sure you maximizing that hour or that 10 minutes is like super key. So yeah, fire shit out first and then be able to have like, you also don't want to be left with just a fire idea and get them hooked and now they want to stay around and then you don't have more ideas after that. Yeah. So
it's about pacing, and if you have 10 minutes to shoot some shit with them, like, get what you need to get. Yeah. And make sure you're getting it good, I guess. Right. And if the quality is great and the idea is there, the next time they pull up, they're gonna want to stay longer.
I just did the shoot with EA Sports or EA Games for Battlefield. It's like their Call of Duty type. I don't know if that's how they would want me to brand it. Yeah. But whatever, gun game. But I had Trevor Noah for like, I think I was supposed to get him for like 2 hours, and the other talent basically the same amount of time. And the concept I had was to make like 5 videos total from having all of them. But it was definitely one of those things where I'd have to like shoot this angle first with everybody so that I could do everyone's individuals while this person leaves. And
get the reaction shots.
Do all that shit later. And so it was happening so quick. But I remember hopping on a call with this manager trying to pitch them on an idea because we had to like sell it to him still. And this was the day before the show. And the first thing the dude said to me, and he's like, "Oh, gee, whatever, beast." And he's like, let's not even talk about how you really think you're going to be able to cover everything that's in this script, let alone like an 8 or 12 hour day. Like, but you only have 2 hours with this dude. And And it was like something like my confidence and knowing that I could get all the things I needed because I trusted their ability to act, but also just have the idea needed to be great. And I just had to sell it to them like in the moment. Like, all right, here's what you're going to do. Trust me, this shit's going to be funny. And they're just like, for some reason, just were rocking with it. And I took 2 hours and took what should have been a fucking 2-day shoot and made that shit happen in that little amount of time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And they all loved it. Like everyone was like, oh, cool.
Dude, I shot 4 commercials in 3 days. 4 different bottles, and it was crazy because we needed more time, but we got it done.
Yeah,
and it's like it was crazy.
Who's the team you usually work with? You got a couple different teams.
I have my director of photography is Mike Marasco.
Shout out to Mike.
Shout out to my fucking brother Mike.
I hit
always
him.
holding it down.
I hit him when I first worked with Bia, and I was like, yo. Like,
oh yeah, because he used to work with Beyonce.
Yeah, he used to shoot for her, and I was like, any suggestions on what the fuck I should do? He's just like, just keep going, or something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, Mike's a good
He's
guy.
a beast
From LA guy. He's a great director of photography.
You use him for a lot of almost all your projects.
Almost everything.
Yeah,
he brings out the anamorphic shits and everything. I work with my editor for video. He doesn't like.
He doesn't want to be known.
No. My boy Ivan Barrios. He's good.
Yeah, Ivan.
He doesn't like editing my videos. No, I'm kidding.
Ivan's my boy.
Ivan's bougie now.
Yeah, Ivan made it. He's got that coward swag.
When he sees this shit, he's gonna laugh.
I know. Hey, you're next, fam. Get the fuck out to LA so I can get you on here with my shitty cameras.
Nah, but Ivan, he's actually editing these commercials that I did.
Oh, that's dope.
And then.
Cause his shit's like every time he drops a goddamn trailer is a movie.
It's a movie, bro.
When I watched,
I'm gonna show you some shit.
Yeah, I want to see it. When Khaled was opening for us on the tour, and he would always play the videos. They had the videos before he walked out or whatever.
Cinematic shit.
Yeah, and I heard it the first show because I was downstairs like shooting Khaled.
You're like, what the fuck?
I could hear it. I'm like, it sounds like a goddamn movie. And then I went out there and I watched it, and it's like this insane shit. And Ivan's like, yeah, I whipped that up real quick or whatever. I just
dude, this dude does that shit in a night.
In his sleep.
One night, like not even one night. I remember when he was on the first tour with Beyonce, and he was working for, obviously he works for Khaled.
Yeah.
He was pumping out like fucking trailers every day, and I'm like, what the fuck? This dude is crazy.
It's crazy.
And I didn't even know him at the time, but now it's like my brother.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know him, and I was like, yo, this shit is crazy.
Nuts.
Like, this shit look like a movie.
Yeah.
And it was one day's worth of footage.
It's crazy.
It would be like one clip.
And
it was
it's like opening too. It's not like Khaled's playing forever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you have to make it work. It'd be funny because we'd be seeing him like towards the end of the tour. You get burnt out. You're just shooting the same shit.
And you're like, yo, what up?
He'd just be walking
Back
around
again.
like, yeah, I'm gonna film out here. But I would always run up on him and be like, I did this thing where he'd be shooting. I'm like, get that fucking shot. And I call like boot camp shit. And I'd be like, put that fucking camera in there. Get down on the ground and shoot that shit from the feet. Like, it was the funniest shit ever. I was a man. I can't wait to have him on here. That's dope. I didn't know
that's
he was
my
editing
team,
shit.
really. That's like director of photography, editor.
And you're working with Sandler.
Yep. He's helping me produce a lot of stuff. Hopefully we get some more stuff this year.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's a lot of stuff coming up. I'm excited.
Damn.
Hopefully in a couple months we'll come back and talk about
we will.
stuff
We
that
definitely will. I like that shit. All right, cool. Is there anything else you want to lay on the table?
No. I think we got it all.
We covered.
We got a good basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where can they find you on the internet? Where you want them to look you up and whatnot?
You can go on my Instagram.
Do you have a website?
No.
I was trying to find it.
My sister is a website builder.
Oh, really?
She builds websites, and I actually have a website, but I just haven't launched it yet.
Yeah.
But hopefully after these couple commercials, these tabletop commercials, I'll have a website, and I'll have my director section, photographer section.
You know the domain name? What, or is it active
It's,
right now? You don't want people to look at it?
No, I think I have 2. KaitoPhotography.com. That's like my old one.
Oh, okay.
But I'm probably gonna get Kaito.com.
Tight.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. All right, I'll link to that shit.
But yeah, my Instagram is www.instagram.com.
Yeah, give them the URL.
@Kaito.
Boom.
@KAITO. That's mine.
Hit him up there. Links are, wherever I put the links at and all that shit. Dude, I appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, man. No, thanks.
This is a fucking beast
This
story.
is great, man.
Follow my guy. Fucking incredible.
We're probably gonna have some wine.
Yeah.
Just chill now.
Yeah, let's see what Andrew's got in the kitchen because he ain't home.
I hope he got some snacks.
He might have some snacks.
I actually see some wine right there.
Oh, yeah. We're going to pop your bottle of wine. Sorry, bro. We'll see you when you get home.
Yes.
And
Thanks for
that's
having
it.
me,
Yeah.
bro.
How you want to? Oh shit! I almost fucked this up. Every time we get to, if someone listened, if our people listened to this far in the podcast, if you made it this far, I always say to go to your Instagram, your last post, right? Comment under there and tag me at Ben Rivers World, and put whatever hashtag you choose, so that we know that they made it this far in the podcast. I get them all the time still, like people tagging. So what hashtag do you want them to use? It could be anything.
Okay. Hashtag go crazy. That's the first thing that just.
Hashtag go crazy.
Yeah, that's the first thing that just came up. in my
Boom.
head.
All right, send it. Go find me and do all that shit.
Hashtag go crazy and at him.
There we go.
In my last picture or video.
Whatever it is on the gram. All right, how you want to end this?
Thank y'all for watching. If you stuck by this long, and everybody can do it, and everybody could succeed, and just be happy.
Go crazy.
Yes, go crazy.
Boom. Bow, bow, bow. That was episode 47, I think. 47 with Kaito. Thank you for tuning in and listening. Making sure to follow him on Instagram at Kaito, so you can start fucking with what he is doing. You can find all his social links in the show notes. We do that. So visit bwnc.com/podcast for that shit. And if you watch the podcast on YouTube, drop a review in the comments. If you listen on iTunes, leave us a review so people know that we are lit as fuck. And if you're interested in joining the Black with No Cream private group for creators on Facebook, visit bwnc.com/join. Merch store, like I said at the beginning, is currently shut down, but we have some shit in the works. Yeah, so you should stay focused to the group, so when we make an announcement, you know about it, you can buy that shit. And if you want to support Black with No Cream, visit jointhehomies.com or patreon.com/Black with No Cream. Become a homie, support the movement on Patreon right now. Follow Black with No Cream on Instagram, Black with No Cream. Follow my lame ass at Ben Rivers World. Subscribe to Black with No Cream on every platform you're choosing. There's so many things I need you to do right now, so you better get a pen and paper out. That's it. Enjoy the work week, and I'll see you every Wednesday and Sunday. See you next week, you bitch! Shout out to all my executive producers that are supporting us on Patreon. My boy Christopher Manga, Craig McCall, and Jason Hall. Toot toot, motherfucker.